The minor and police officer injured in road accident. The woman injured after being hit by motorcycle. Turkish national suffers broken leg after hit and run accident. And transport groups seek 2 pesos fare increase, warn of nationwide strike. Good evening, I'm Apolinario Freddy Dignadi Valencia, and this is Philippine Headlines. In Luzon, the minor and police officer injured in road accident in the city of Santiago. A minor and a police officer were injured in a vehicular accident that occurred at around 10:50 p.m. on July 17 along City Road in Barangay Centro East in the city of Santiago, the province of Isabela, in front of St. James Parish Church. According to a report from the Santiago City Police Office or SCPO, the incident involved a Euro single motorcycle driven by a 16-year-old boy and a Yamaha NMAX 155 police motorcycle operated by a police officer assigned to Police Station 1 of the SCPO. Initial investigation revealed that both motorcycles were traveling southbound in the same lane with the police motorcycle ahead. Upon reaching the accident site, the motorcycle driven by the minor accidentally crashed into the rear of the police motorcycle, causing both motorcycles to fall. Both drivers sustained injuries in the incident. The police officer was immediately taken to a hospital for medical treatment, while the minor declined to be brought to the hospital for examination. The police said the minor admitted that he had consumed alcohol and was believed to be under the influence of alcohol at the time of the crash. The authorities reminded the public, especially minors, that driving without legal authorization and operating a vehicle while under the influence of alcohol are both against the law. In Visayas, the woman injured after being by the motorcycle in the municipality of Manapla. A 24-year-old woman was injured after being struck by a motorcycle while crossing the road at Hacienda Patlagan along the National Highway in Barangay Purisima in the municipality of Manapla, the province of Negros Occidental at around 7:30 p.m. on July 19. The victim was identified only by the alias Regil, while the motorcycle rider was identified by the alias Romelo. The rider, a 43-year-old man, is a resident of Hacienda Mahinay in Barangay Caduwaan in the city of Cadiz. According to the initial investigation by the Manapla Police Station, the rider was traveling from Victorias City toward Cadiz City when he accidentally hit the victim as she was crossing the road. The victim sustained serious injuries and was rushed to Dr. Ramon Bustillo Hospital in Manapla for treatment. Meanwhile, the motorcycle rider suffered minor injuries and was taken to St. Al Hospital in the city of Cadiz. In Mindanao, the Turkish national suffers broken leg after hit and run accident. The traffic enforcement unit in the city of Jensan is continuing its investigation into the suspect involved in a hit and run incident that occurred at around 11:20 p.m. the other day along the National Highway in Barangay Apopong in General Santos City, which left a Turkish national with a broken leg. The victim was identified as Umit Denser, also known as Mr. Biryani, 48 years old, and a resident of Purok Blaan in Barangay Labangal. According to the initial investigation, the victim was crossing at the pedestrian lane when he was suddenly struck by a black motorcycle bearing plate number M378GA. Instead of helping the victim, the rider fled the scene. The Turkish national sustained a broken leg and was immediately rushed to Dr. George P. Royeca Hospital for treatment. At the scene, the authorities recovered the motorcycle's plate number, which had been left behind by the fleeing rider, who allegedly identified himself as a police officer. The plate was turned over the Makar Police Station and verified with LTO Region 12, where it was discovered that the motorcycle was not registered. Mr. Biryani is well known in the city for roaming around the town area and public markets selling biryani, making him easily recognizable to residents. The victim is also appealing to kind-hearted individuals for assistance as he faces the challenges brought about by the incident. Police are continuing to gather additional information to identify and locate the person responsible for the hit and run. In the other news, the Rapid Growth Project from DTI Sultan Kudarat ongoing field validation for coffee farm expansion in the province of Sultan Kudarat. The Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI Sultan Kudarat, through the Rapid Growth Project, continues to monitor the progress of coffee farm expansion initiatives across the province. On July 14 to 17 this year, PCU Sultan Kudarat Field Technical Validator Patrick John Alahar conducted field validation of coffee farm areas of the Basak Integrated Farmers Association in Barangay Basak in the municipality of Libak, the province of Sultan Kudarat. The activity assesses the growth of project-supported coffee farms and farmers' adoption of good agricultural practices, or GAP. Regular field monitoring helps ensure proper farm management, improve coffee quality, and increased income opportunities for farmer beneficiaries. And our business update, transport groups seek 2 pesos fare increase, one of nationwide strike. The several transport groups are seeking 2 pesos increase in their minimum public transportation fare, citing the continued rise in fuel prices and warning of a possible nationwide transport strike if their petition is not addressed. Manibela said the previously proposed 1 peso fare increase is no longer sufficient because drivers and operators have yet to recover losses incurred over the past several months. Manibela chairperson Mar Balbuena said a 2 peso fare adjustment would provide better financial relief for drivers and operators facing higher operating costs caused by increasing petroleum prices. ACTO President Libay de Luna also expressed support for raising the minimum fare, saying that while either a 1 peso or 2 pesos increase would help, a higher adjustment would provide greater assistance to transport workers struggling with rising expenses. Transport groups are now considering staging a nationwide transport strike should fuel prices continue to increase and their appeal remain unresolved. According to the groups, an estimated 100,000 drivers and operators could participate in the proposed work stoppage. A meeting between Manibela and the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, is scheduled for today, July 21, to discuss the petition for a fare increase. The transport group said the request for a fare adjustment is intended to help offset the growing cost of daily operations as fuel prices continue to climb. The planned dialogue with the LTFRB is expected to determine the next step regarding the fare hike petition. Meanwhile, transport groups said they remain prepared to push through with a nationwide strike if their concerns are not addressed. The proposed fare increase and possible transport strike come as public utility vehicle drivers and operators continue to face rising operational expenses linked to higher fuel costs. Meanwhile, the electricity rates increase again this July. The electricity rates of Negros Power have increased again this July. According to Engineer Yomel Tabanillo, Assistant Vice President for Planning, Business Operations, and Sitio Electrification Program of Negros Power, the average residential electricity rate went up by 28 centavos per kilowatt hour, effective last July 15. From 13 pesos and 84 centavos in kilowatt hour in June, the residential rate increased to 14 pesos and 12 centavos per kilowatt hour, which is reflected in the billing cycle that began on July 16. Engineer Tambanillo said the increase was driven by higher electricity prices in the market due to a shortage of power supply, particularly in the Visayas region. And that is Philippine Headlines this Tuesday, July 21, 2026. I'm Apolinario, 30 Dignadis in Valencia, and this is Salakot Online Broadcasting Network. Good night, Philippines. Abing kasadya.